Hi guys, how are you keeping? I'm talking to you today about hair extensions. I've done loads of videos on hair extensions before, or maybe 2 or 3, but I recently got a brand new set of hair extensions, like completely amazing compared to any other hair extensions I've ever bought. They're from a brand I've used before, but just the hair colour themselves is actually what's making me been like, these are holy grail, and I will never change hair extensions ever again, because these are just the most bomb diggity. So they're what's in my hair today, and I'll show you them now. So you can see the length of them, and you can see like how they are just real naturally tapered at the bottom, and they're just so silky soft. They match my hair to a T. Like, my hair is kind of like I don't know what you would even call it. I purple shampoo it continuously, so it's kind of like a silvery blonde kind of colour more than your traditional maybe honey blonde or whatever. So I am latte blonde in this brand of hair, and they are 250 grams of hair. So there's that much hair in them. Loads and loads and loads and loads of hair. They're really, really, really thick. Like, I can't even talk about how thick they are because they're just unbelievably thick. The fact that they match my hair so well is what's actually doing it for me. Like, if I just lift that bit of hair up towards my, you know, where my hair, my natural hair is actually grown from, you can just see that the hair dye that I use, or whatever my stylists use, and the hair dye that's used in these extensions is like exactly the same. These extensions have, I'd say, about 3 different colours in them. So they have a really, really, really light blonde. They have kind of like a golden blonde, only tiny, tiny amounts. And then they have, I think maybe just 2 then. But every odd strand is like a brown colour. So there's still kind of like a natural like darkness going through them as well, to kind of give them that two-toned colour. So you can see there, like, there's light bits here, and then there's kind of like more of a latte blonde here, and then there's like tiny bits of dark hair pieces, hair colours going through it. So there is 2 or 3 different colours in this actual hair colour, so it's obviously what's given it like the most natural kind of effect towards my hair. So if I'm silly and I haven't mentioned that they're from Foxy Locks extensions, I apologise for that after my rant going on. But I bought them, let me see, what date? I bought them on the 7th of May, and they came like 3 days later, I think. I think they came on the 10th of May. Or the 11th, I'm not sure. They came like within 3 or 4 days, because I remember buying them and I needed them for that weekend, and I was like, oh, well, if they come, they come, and if they don't, you know, so what. But they arrived really, really quickly. These hairs, they're 230 grams of hair. They're latte blonde superior 20-inch clip-in human hair extensions. So these are human hair. They're 20 inches in length, and they are 230 grams in weight. So that's that covered. These hair extensions cost £129.99. Converted with shipping and everything, I think it came to like €170. So I mean, they're not the cheapest of hair extensions, but I mean, they're clip-in hair extensions. If you take care of them, they are going to last you ages and ages and ages. I would spend more on getting bond-in extensions that last 3 months, whereas these bad boys could last me up to, you know, maybe a year. So if you just take care of your hair extensions, they will last you longer. Now I'm going to talk about the way they came. So they came in this little pink bag with, you know, airmail or whatever stuck in it. So when they came in this little bag, I was like, oh god, these aren't going to be very exciting hair extensions. They're probably going to be really thin, and, you know, I'm not expecting a whole lot from them. But when I opened them up, now they did come in a plastic sleeve about that size. Now I wish I didn't throw it away, but I'm silly and I did. But it's like literally like a plastic sleeve that length, and it's divided like in, we'll say, a third, and then there's 2/3 this side. So 2/3 are filled with all the hair extensions, and 1/3 is filled with a strip of hair extensions. So I think there was 4 clips on it, and it just, what that part of that section was for was to colour match your hair. So when I took the hair extensions out of that compartment, they came in like a little net like that. And I literally took out the hair extension and I matched it up against my own hair and said, yeah, they match. So then you could open up the other side. The other side is sealed with like a security tape, so you cannot return it once you open that security tape. But on the other side, it just has like a little clip, and it just has your your hair extension in this, what will we call this, a net? That's a net. It's kept in a net and they were kept neat and tidy and whatnot. And if you were to buy it and you opened it and it took it out of the net on the compartment that you're able to open, you match it up with your hair, and if it didn't match you could return it. Whereas before, if it didn't match your hair, you're kind of stuck with hair extensions that don't match your hair, because I think you couldn't return them if they were opened and whatnot, and it was just really tricky to kind of even return them, and it was just awful, an awful experience. Whereas now you have the little compartment that you can open, colour match your hair, and if you're happy you can go ahead and open up the security sealed side. So I really wish I didn't throw that bit away, because it would be easier to explain what it looks like if I actually had a visual. But I'm silly and I don't. So basically the hair extensions, to sum up, 230 grams of hair in weight, 20 inches in length, so they're not the longest of hair extensions by any means, but they're perfect for what I want, and they come in a range of different colours. Now the best thing I would recommend for you to do is to, number one, send a picture of your own hair colour to the website and they will colour match you if you're unsure of your hair colour, or number two, to look online of what the hair colours actually look like when you see them in person, or people take good accurate pictures of them, because that's what I went on, because before I was colour matched to a hair colour that did not match me in the slightest. So I was €170 out of pocket with hair extensions that did not match, and I gave them to my sister and she dyed them brown, so you know there was no loss there. But still, you know, it's a huge amount of money, so really make sure that you get your colour correct before you request your hair extensions. So with this new policy that you can open up the hair extension and test it against your hair and then seal it back up and return them if they don't match, that should eliminate any of the unwanted products in the world. They are also human hair, so if you are against anything like that, maybe they are not for you, and maybe try synthetic hair extensions. So with real human hair, you can curl them, straighten them, they are like your own hair, but you must treat them with a little bit more respect than your own hair. Like obviously you respect your own hair, you treat it properly, you put treatments in it, you don't use too much heat, you don't use heat without protecting, whatever. You need to do this with these hair extensions, but just a little bit more, because they are not attached to your hair, which means that they become damaged a lot quicker, which means that the ends of them will dry out a lot quicker than your own hair, and just, you know, you don't want to be wasting a lot of money and then burning the hair extensions, or just not treating them with respect or looking after them. So they need to be respected and looked after, like most of us. So the last thing I will say about them is that the customer service with Foxy Lofts is amazing. I must say, like, I have used them before, like I said, but I did get in a spot of bother with ordering hair extensions that were recommended to me, and they turned out to be not my right colour, and I was just really peed off, like, to say the least. And I wasn't returning them because it was costing so much money to return them, and I think once they were opened you couldn't do that, and just it was an awkward, messy situation. So I was really glad to actually find hair colours that match my natural hair, or my dyed natural hair, because I'm really happy now. So that's basically it. I have no more really to say on it, other than this new system that they're working with is amazing, and the fact that they now have my hair colour is what is so amazing, because I would never buy another hair extension again because they just don't match as well as these match, and I'm quite happy with what I got. Haven't curled them yet, so I've just kind of had them, what, 3 weeks maybe, and they're still in perfect condition, and I always put them back in the bag every night. And I love them, and what else can I say? So they're definitely a favourite of mine. I was never so happy to get them. I was actually deliriously happy because they just matched, finally. So my colour again is Latte Blonde. If you are like that kind of, you know, silvery, not quite platinum blonde, then you will probably be a similar hair colour to mine, and Latte Blonde is the colour I went with. And I hope that this is a very helpful video and that you got more information, and I shall talk to you in my next video then. Bye guys!